Welcome to another edition of McReynolds Rundown. I am Larry McReynolds, and I want to thank all the fans that's been tuned in and watching these McReynolds Rundown. I know that I have thoroughly enjoyed doing them. Hope you've enjoyed them, and keep those questions coming as well. So our first topic, should Road America become the new 4th of July weekend race? Until we ran this past weekend at Road America, I was a little bit skeptical. I had no idea what to expect. And remember, I've been here for 40 years. I'm the guy that enjoyed every 4th of July holiday, going to Daytona and running the Firecracker 400. And for years, remember, we actually ran it on the 4th of July, regardless of what day the 4th was on. And then we started running it around the 4th of July on the weekend. That changed in 1998. We still ran it around the 4th, but we went to Saturday night under the lights. And that was exciting for a while, but then it kind of lost the energy. So last year, NASCAR decided to make Daytona the final race of the regular season. And we ran the 4th of July weekend at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Now, it did not get a fair shake because of COVID and the pandemic, but I get a feeling that was not going to be a big hit. But now that we've been to Road America for our 4th of July holiday race weekend, there is no question it's the place it needs to be. The energy, the excitement, it felt like a huge, big event. And think about this. What a better place to celebrate America's birthday than at a place that has America in the name. I love racing at Road America 4th of July weekend. Now, I know a lot of NASCAR fans, they really want to see us back at Daytona for the 4th of July race weekend. And you know what? If we wanted to go back there and do it at 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, I'd be for trying that. That's what we did for many years before those lights were put in. The thing about running at night in July at Daytona, you always know you're going to fight those afternoon early thunderstorms. I don't know how many times we went there and we had the rain delay. But I hope you, the fans, now that you've seen what we did at Road America, hopefully you're on board with Larry Mack, and that's where you want to see us racing on Independence Day. So our next topic, Trackhouse has now bought Ganassi Racing's NASCAR operation. How is this good for NASCAR in the future? So let's break this down. I'm going to go back about 10, 15 years ago. A lot of our drivers, we knew they were getting toward the tail end of their career, and we were concerned. Who's going to fill those shoes? Look where we're at today. Look at all the young driving talent that we have. We almost have more talent than we have seats. And the good thing about these new young drivers, they are now winning races, and that's what they had to do. But then you look around and you go, look at the ownership in the Cup Series. Let's face it, most of them were not young men. The youngest had to be someone like maybe Tony Stewart over there at Stewart-Haas Racing. So the question was going to be asked, who's going to fill these owners' shoes? When I look at what has happened this year and looking toward next year with Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan, with Justin Marks with Trackhouse, looking at what Hendrick Motorsports with Jeff Gordon, and now that Trackhouse has bought Chip Ganassi Racing, I think the future is bright. We're going to miss Chip Ganassi. He has done a lot for this sport for the last 2 decades, but I think one thing that Chip was interested in, which has caught my eye, is the vision of Justin Marks. He's not just going to come in and be an owner. I think he's going to take ownership to a new level, and I think that's going to be good as we move forward. So now we know who a lot of our young driving talent is, and we also know who a lot of our new young owners are. So we are headed to Atlanta Motor Speedway for race number 21. What do we expect at Atlanta this weekend? Well, you know, they've kind of moved the schedule around a lot at Atlanta. For years, we went there in the spring and we went there in the fall. In fact, for a number of years, we ended our season at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And then there was a period of time we still went there in the spring, but we went there on Labor Day. And the last few years, we've only been going there in the spring. But this year in 2021, they have brought a second race back to Atlanta Motor Speedway, and you'll never hear anybody say anything bad about the racing in Atlanta, but it's going to be different. If you go back to March, the temperature was very cool. It was very cold. We're going there now in mid-July. There is no telling what the temperature and the humidity is going to be like. Yeah, it's going to be much hotter on the drivers, but it's going to be much hotter on that racing surface. This surface does not have a lot of grip to begin with, and you add a bunch of track temp, these drivers are going to be slipping and sliding around. They'll be moving from the top of the racetrack to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to find more grip. Now, even you could be a crew chief for a driver at Atlanta Motor Speedway. When that yellow flag comes out, 4 more Goodyear tires. Now, who do I expect to be strong? Well, look at the guy that dominated when we were there in March. Kyle Larson led 269 of 325 laps, but he was passed for the win by Ryan Blaney with less than 10 laps to go. Atlanta is always unpredictable, and I think it's going to be an exciting race, and we love going there. And the thing I love about it the most, it's 400 miles, which is exactly what we need to be racing at Atlanta. Well, this is my favorite segment of the McReynolds Rundown. It's the questions that you, the fans, are sending in. And I appreciate you sending these questions so much, and just keep these questions coming. Now, this week's comes from Grayson McKee from Wilmington, North Carolina. When you have a team like Hendrick Motorsports dominating right now, will NASCAR look into their cars more carefully, maybe a longer inspection process? And you know, I've been here a long time, and I honestly can say that NASCAR does not treat any car any different going through pre-race, pre-qualifying inspection. But I will say this, the NASCAR inspectors, they are human, and when they see domination like we're seeing right now with the Chevrolet camp, especially Hendrick Motorsports, they do maybe look a little closer. But just remember this, when you look at our first 20 weeks of racing, Hendrick Motorsports, they have been to victory lane 10 times. That means in post-race inspection, Grayson, that those Hendrick cars, they go through a very extensive post-race inspection. So it might not be that they get inspected a little closer before the race or before qualifying, but if they do go to victory lane, they get looked at a lot. Well, the fan segment question of the McReynolds Rundown, it is always my favorite, so keep those questions coming. Now, to submit your question, tag at NASCAR on Fox on Twitter and use hashtag McReynolds Rundown. Again, keep the questions coming. I hope you enjoyed this edition of McReynolds Rundown, and we will see you next time right here.
For more great NASCAR on Fox content, subscribe to our channel. It's somewhere right around here.